What it do, what it do, how y'all feeling? Welcome to Ash Neil's Radio. I am your host, Ash Neil. That is I, so we talking to y'all. Yes. Piers Morgan, he had a panel with my boy Van Lathan, Jesse Dollamore, and these two, Julius Sum and that guy. Don't know who they are. Now, it was a very interesting conversation, but I want to hone in on one topic. One. Lately, Jasmine Crockett has been getting some heat for what she said on the Breakfast Club about Byron Donalds. She basically said that he ain't black because his wife was white, right? And I don't have to get into, how the cultures feel. Even people on the right, they don't like the fact that, the vice president, his wife is Indian. So there's a lot of people that have this, keep it in the family type of feel. Don't have to get into it. So with all the heat Jasmine Crockett is getting, she is being called a racist. And Piers Morgan decided to join the party. But the funny thing about this show and this segment was the universe will get you back.
And if Democrats do want to focus on the next campaign, their main concern should be that Jasmine Crockett is emerging as one of the front runners. Last week, she mocked Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who uses a wheelchair.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot-ass mess, honey.
Now, joyless Jasmine is facing a backlash for an appearance on The Breakfast Club last month in which she criticised Republican Byron Donalds for marrying a white...
He called her joyless Jasmine. Ha ha ha, Piers. Faux outrage. Watch him.
White woman.
We continue to put people into office, and that even means some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you? I'm not really sure, what it is.
Well,
but
you couldn't even be married to a white woman under Jim
Correct.
Crow.
Right.
Correct. And it took Joy to call him out.
What don't you understand? She kept it 100. She basically said that, hey, with Byron Donalds peddling to the right wing, he don't realize that he wouldn't have been allowed to marry that woman, especially during those times. What the fuck is Byron talking about? He don't even know what he's talking about. He's just appealing to y'all.
Well, there's a word for that. It's called racism, and it's certainly not the position any Democrat took on Kamala Harris, who has a Jewish husband and 2 white stepchildren, none of whom had anything at all to do with her disastrous campaign for president.
Now, there it is. That's what we want to talk about. Jasmine Crockett is a racist, right? So that's what Piers Morgan had to say. And I'm sitting here like, damn, bro. There's a lot of people that feel that way. You could do a whole segment on how people feel that you dating outside the race is against their views, at least their parents, right? That's just what it is. But later in the show, Piers Morgan got racist.
So the Bill Maher shift has happened long ago, right? Bill Maher got on his show. He said the N-word on his show. Black people didn't like the fact that he said the N-word on his show. Ice Cube came on his show, and then they went back and forth about the fact that Bill Maher very casually said said house nigga on his show, and black people did not appreciate that. I don't know if Bill Maher thought that he's been with so many black women that he had the right to use that word on his show, but we didn't like it.
Exactly. I know you guys remember when Bill Maher said what he said and Ice Cube had to go on his show and check him, right? Mind you, this is just Van sharing his feelings about Bill Maher. This is just pay attention to what Piers Morgan has to say.
And since then, what you've seen from Bill Maher, what I've consistently seen from him since people got up in arms, is him chastising groups of people that in the past he used to advocate for. There has been a definite rightward shift in Bill Maher's
No, you know what?
politics,
You know what,
in the way
Van?
Bill-
You know what, Van?
And
You know what, Van?
the reality
Van, let me
is this.
respond to you.
By the way, that's
Let me respond to you.
Untrue.
I watch Bill.
okay.
Hang
That's
on.
okay
Untrue.
for Bill Maher.
Let me-
He can do
Fine,
whatever he
I
wants,
watch
but
Bill
we can
Maher
feel
every
however we
week.
want about it.
I watch Bill Maher every week.
do
I'm doing
too.
a show in two. I'm doing a show in 2 weeks. He
Okay.
hasn't got a bigoted bone in his body. This is all complete bullshit.
There you go. Complete bullshit. And it's crazy. And it's not that Bill Maher didn't say it. He said it. We all heard him say it. For Van to come out with his criticism about it and what the community said and how the community felt for this piece of shit, Piers Morgan, to call it bullshit. And this is what I'm trying to say. It's fucked up that black folks can be disrespected all day. It can be some fucking white supremacists on the fucking bridge with KKK symbols and shit, swastika flags, talking about we ready to fight niggas. But nobody says shit. They say it's freedom of speech, First Amendment. But let somebody say something about some Jewish folks, about the Jewish community. Let Bill Maher make a Jewish joke, utter some disrespectful shit, at least a trope. Let's say he did a Jewish trope that was disrespectful and insensitive to the Jewish community. Oh, y'all would be up in arms. But when it comes to black folks, oh, whatever. Y'all race baiting. Sorry, we're done. We're calling you out. And that's what the fuck Van did.
And honestly, all he's become is like
how are
me.
you gonna tell me, though?
Hang
Wait,
on, I haven't
Right.
finished yet. All he's become is like me, utterly
Well, I
disillusioned.
hadn't finished when I was talking. How are you going to
Well,
tell
it's
me
my
how
show,
I'm
so
supposed to
tough
feel?
titty.
Well, I got it. Well, well then that's fine. But how are you going to tell me as a black man how I'm supposed to feel about
Exactly.
Bill Maher?
Because I'm telling you,
who
you're
gives a
being
fuck what
totally
Piers Morgan thinks
disingenuous.
about it?
Disingenuous. He's being disingenuous because he don't like the fact that Bill Maher used the N-word. Come on, Piers. But Jasmine Crockett is racist? But you think Bill Maher should be allowed to use the N-word? The fuck out of here, nigga.
Totally
How can you
disingenuous.
tell me that? How can you tell me that? You
I
can't
just
tell
did.
me how I'm supposed to feel about something, and I'm telling you, you're
I
full of
just
shit.
did. You see? Exactly. You full of shit, you piece of shit. Look at how bold he is. I just did. So what? I don't care if a white man used the N-word. I just told you that you're being ridiculous. It is what it is. So we're not listening to you, you piece of shit.
On your show.
Okay.
On
Well,
your
I
show.
think you're full
I'm
of
telling
shit. You
you're
think I'm full of shit. And on that note, we're going to leave it. But it's good to have you on
There you go.
Look at his
Uncensored.
face.
The great thing about Uncensored, we can call each other full of shit. And you know what? We can all end on a happy note.
Yeah, right. Ain't no happy. No, you are very uncomfortable. And that's what I'm talking about. They don't give a shit. They don't care about black folks, our atrocities, and our pain. They think it's a joke. They're like, oh, no, he's a comedian. He can use the N-word. Shut up. It is what it is. But no, just like Ice Cube said, nigga, we're done. We're going to call you out every fucking time.
Work in the field.
That's part of that. That's
Senator. I'm a house nigga. No, it's.
I just want to know two questions. What made you think that it was cool to say that?
You know, I just...
That's one question.
I just explained, there was no thought put into it. Obviously, I was telling Dr. Dyson, comedians, they react. And it was wrong, and I apologized. And, you know, more than that, I can't do.
I accept your apology, but I still think we need to get to the root of the psyche, because I think it's a lot of guys out there who cross the line because they a little too familiar, or they think they too familiar, or it's guys that, you know, they might have a black girlfriend or two that made them some Kool-Aid every now and then, and they think they can cross the line, and they can't. You know, it's a word that has been used against us. It's like a knife, man. And you can use it as a weapon or you can use it as a tool. It's been used as a weapon against us by white people. And we're not gonna let that happen again by nobody because it's not cool. Now, I know you heard it's in the lexicon, everybody talking, but that's our word now. That's our word now. And you can't have it back.